They say that not all that glitters is gold, and today I am going to prove this point to you, so make sure to watch till the end. But before we begin with today's video, I want you to hit that red subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of our upcoming videos. Also, make sure to like this video, but let's jump right into the video. Ellen DeGeneres has been in the top for more than a decade as the most outstanding talk show host. For a long time, she has been considered as the most beloved celebrity because of how friendly she is and her outrageous, funny public demeanor. However, 2020 was a year of backlash for this renowned talk show host. Behind the scenes, Hollywood insiders and Los Angeles natives who have worked with DeGeneres say she has a reputation for being rude. Those rumors and stories, past and present, are cropping up again thanks to a viral Twitter thread and a YouTuber's shady retelling of her experience as a guest on DeGeneres' show. Here's what they have to say. Number 1, comedian Kevin T. Porter named DeGeneres as the most mean person ever. A podcast host, Kevin T. Porter, started a Twitter thread asking for stories about DeGeneres being one of the meanest people alive. Porter tweeted, "Right now we all need a little kindness, you know, like Ellen DeGeneres always talks about. She's also notoriously one of the meanest people alive," the comedian added. "Respond to this with the most insane stories you've heard about Ellen being mean, and I'll match everyone with $2 to @LA Food Bank." His Twitter thread led to people having doubts whether Ellen is what she seems to be. This is after seeing all the responses he got. Some of the responses include,
as the camera circled in on the pair, now sitting embarrassed in the audience as the scenes unfolded. The rest of those watching were shocked as the woman circled back to the desk several times to bag more loot.
Former fan claiming that DeGeneres gave away her work. One former fan of Ellen DeGeneres' talk show, Danielle Acevedo, responded to the Kevin thread claiming that Ellen did away with her hard work. Danielle responded, "When I was 15, the Ellen Show was doing a contest of fans making a bust of her and sending it to her." Danielle Acevedo wrote alongside a picture of her painting, the DeGeneres replica, "I worked so hard on this and even wrote her a letter. Weeks later, she used it as a prop in a game and gave it away to a random person with $500 attached to the bottom," she added. She also attached pictures of the bust being presented in the show set with 5 $100 bills taped to the bottom. Her story stirred up reactions of people who showed rage against the iconic talk show host. A comedian claims that DeGeneres almost got her fired. Another comedian, Chris Farah, said DeGeneres almost got her fired from her serving job over chip nail polish. Chris Farah wrote, "I worked Real Food Daily, served her in Porsche at brunch. She wrote a letter to the owner and complained about my chip nail polish. I had worked till closing the night before, and this was next to morning, and almost got me fired." Farah went on to explain how bad she went from the ordeal. She wondered why a popular host and someone of higher rank could take time to negate someone of a lower rank to her. She felt that was cruel and petty.
Comedy theater parking lots that are now covered up out there and hosting the Oscars tonight. Like, why do you even have time to write that email?
One TV writer listed 6 occasions of Ellen being mean. Benjamin Simon listed several stories he's heard about DeGeneres from people working with Ellen. Simon said, "A new staff member was told every day she picked someone different to really hate. It's not your fault, just suck it up for the day and she'll be mean to someone else the next day." They didn't believe it, but it ended up being entirely true. Simon also said that along with being overly sensitive to jokes involving animals, DeGeneres refuses to read monologues she doesn't like. Number 2, YouTuber Nikki Horrible Ideal as a guest to the Ellen DeGeneres show. In addition to the Twitter thread, a YouTuber who was a guest on her show recently shared the negative parts of her experience with DeGeneres. Nikki, being a popular makeup artist in YouTube, had been invited to the show. Unfortunately, she did not have a great experience. She said she was not welcomed by the way she expected being a guest on the show. She went on to add that Ellen never greeted her. This is what she wrote. "Call me naive, but I kind of expected to be welcomed with confetti cannons. Welcome to the show. But instead I was greeted by an angry intern who was a bit overworked." Number 3, Ellen DeGeneres' bodyguard expressed his experience working with DeGeneres as demeaning. A bodyguard who worked for DeGeneres and her family at the 2014 Oscars described the experience as demeaning. Professional bodyguard Tom Magicock worked for the iconic talk show host on the night of the 2014 Oscars. He said that Ellen never talked or thanked him. Number 4, toxic workplace at the show. In July 2020, allegations of a toxic workplace at the show prompted an internal investigation by Warner Bros. Investigation. This is after there was a chain of sexual misconduct to workers in the show and asking sexual favors. According to Variety, a memo sent to the show staff said Warner Media would be working with its own employee relations group and a third-party firm to interview past and current employees about their experiences. Number 5, crew members of Ellen DeGeneres unhappy with how they were treated during COVID-19 pandemic. The crew members of the show said that they did not receive any communication about their working status or pay during the COVID-19 shutdown. According to crew members, only 4 out of the 30 were selected to work at DeGeneres' home, and the rest lost their jobs, including those who had worked over 17 years. They also report that the salary of those chosen to work for the show was reduced by 60% despite working like before. This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on any of our videos in the future. Also watch the 2 videos that are on your screen because I'm sure you'll love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video.